So reflecting back or summarizing is a very helpful skill. But if the coach does it every single time after client's input, then it might not be particularly helpful to the client, or might even annoy the client. So we are summarizing and reflecting back with the purpose to create the clarity and understanding for the client, and there might not be need for that every single time. If the coach reflects back or summarizes word by word every single thing that client said, there is not much of a help in it either. There might also be a certain pattern in the coach behavior when coach picks up the last word of what the client said and links it to the next question. For example, if the client talks and talks and talks, let's say introducing to the topic, and then they're saying, so I guess it is about clarity. And coach says, clarity. How do you know you have clarity? Again, client explores and they talk and talk and talk, and there are many things. And then their last sentence is, well, I guess I will be knowing what to do next. And the coach is, knowing what to do next. Where does this knowing live in your body? And so on and so forth. So that it is a pattern which coach repeats every single time. So coach succinctly reflects or summarizes what the client communicated to ensure client's clarity and understanding. So as you can see in the definition of this behavior, it is about client's clarity and understanding. And even though there is nothing wrong with us checking whether we understood things correctly or whether we picked up things correctly, the prime purpose of reflective listening or reflecting back and summarizing is to help the client to see the picture clearly. For example, when in the beginning of the session you invite your client to share what is in their mind, what is helpful for them to address in this coaching conversation, and they bring the full, huge, long story to you. So the listening actively means, to elicit the most, valuable content in what their client sharing and giving it back to them in a clear and concise form. So I hear that you said this. 1, 2, 3, and then checking in, is my summary correct? Or is I missing anything? Am I missing anything? So inviting the client to check, and also inviting the client kind of to see whether what was the core in the whole story, what are the main components of it. We are incorporating the words of a client in our summary, meaning that again, the summary of what we are reflecting back is not our full, complete interpretation of what we received. We are very careful by introducing our words or our concepts. We can paraphrase, of course, but in this case, we are checking with the client whether the words we are introducing are resonating with them or not. But mainly, we are trying to use the key words that actually client used in the introduction. It's not a bad idea actually to invite the client to summarize themselves. So again, if the client is reflecting really deeply and there are lots of interesting insights and ideas are emerging through their reflections, the coach might ask, so great, so what are the key elements that you are picking up from your reflection right now? Or again, if there is another long story or something else, the coach might ask, I hear there are lots of things in there. What is the bottom line? Inviting the client to summarize and to come with that clarity that might potentially help them to move forward.